Hi, my name is Kaushik Lakshman,
And I am Jalal Uddin.
and welcome to Off the Crease with Jalal Uddin, a show where we talk about all things technical related to the game of cricket. So, if I were to ask everybody who's watching, do you know where the first ever international cricket match was played? What would your answer be?
I think it should be either Australia or England.
Yes, sir. Even I thought the same thing. But then my research showed something totally different and astounding. And that's
Really?
what, yes, and that's what we're going to find out in this episode of Off the Crease.
हैट्रिक पाकिस्तानના બોલર જલાલુદ્દીન
Well, much to my surprise, the first ever international cricket match was not played in Australia, was not played in England. It was in fact played in Manhattan in New York in
Oh,
1844. Yes, sir.
oh, long time back.
Really
very,
long
very,
time back.
very
Four.
old history, rich
Absolutely,
history of
sir.
cricket in USA.
Yes, absolutely. It was played between the United States of America versus the British Empire's Canadian province, and 20,000 people turned up for this match. 20,000
Oh,
people.
20,000 even nowadays is a big numbers. And at that time, they have a 20,000 crowd in a match of cricket. So I'm sure that USA nowadays as well.
Yes, sir, absolutely. And I mean, the unfortunate fact, of course, is that cricket is not popular in the United States anymore. And I mean, in today's scenario, in fact, most people are probably not even aware that USA even has a national team. But all that could change in the very near future. With billions of dollars of investment by private firms, a media partner in Willow TV, and the International Cricket Council's support, the US cricket is starting with its very own T20 league called Minor League Cricket in August. And Jalaluddin sir has been closely following the developments in US cricket for the last few years. He was even the director of cricket development at Michigan Cricket Association. But sir, for a country that harbors an ambition to start its league, there's a serious lack of cricketing infrastructure and grassroots development. And I think many fans, cricket fans will agree with me that this will serve as a huge stumbling block. But before we go further deeper into the grassroots development of US cricket, if you could just tell us what is grassroots development in cricket generally?
Yeah, it's a good question, Kaushik, because this is the foundation of the any cricket structure who wants to develop cricket must have a good grassroots cricket structures. And before that, we should have a raw talent in good numbers. And
Right,
raw talent comes by watching the game either on television, on the ground, and everywhere they can watch the game. So develop a raw talent. I can show you my observation that I used to play cricket in Pakistan in late 80s. They mostly play
right,
for the Pakistan team comes from either from Karachi and Lahore, two big cities, because mostly
right,
cricket played here and the people watching the game on the grounds and less opportunity to watch the game on television because of they don't have facilities. But it's changed entirely when the
okay,
satellite TV come and everywhere in the country game is buying watching on the television set and people from every part of the country even in the mountain and in a short area, weak areas and remote areas they are watching game and if you see today we have a team national team from all over the parts so
right.
we develop the raw talent develop by watching the game and uh, that raw talent become a feeder for the grassroots cricket. If you have a good grassroots cricket infrastructure, then you can have a good cricket team. So this is the way to develop cricket in every country. Have a good grassroots cricket and a good raw talent in numbers. So you have a good options. So Pakistan team now is I can tell the name of the Naseem Shah and
Sure,
Shan Shah. They all remote areas players
right.
and Lahore Karachi players are few numbers in national team. So it's a good change and utilizing all over the talent from the country.
Absolutely. I mean, this is very similar to what has happened in India as well in the last few years. One of the reasons why India has such a successful team is because there are players representing India from every nook and corner of the country now, which was probably not the case 20 to 30 years back. I mean, I read an interview where, and it also comes to the point to add to your point where you talk about the impact of satellite cable TV. I mean, I would add another point over there, and that is also the advent of the internet and digitization to the remote
Yeah,
parts of the country.
you are
Because I,
right. You are right.
because I read that Jasprit Bumrah, he said that he modeled his action and he learned his run up just by watching videos of cricket on the internet and on the television because he didn't have the means to go for professional coaching. And when we talk about cricketers coming from remote areas, I mean, who better than Mahendra Singh Dhoni? He comes from a small town of Ranchi in Jharkhand, and I mean, 20 years back or 30 years back, probably people would never have thought that a person coming from Ranchi would go on to captain India and so successfully. I mean, he's one of the most renowned captains in the world, and and he probably exemplified that shift that cricket has moved on from the powerful cricket centers of Mumbai, Delhi, or Karnataka, and has now moved to the smaller cities. But in countries like the USA, where cricket is not covered in the national media or in the television networks, how will US cricket take this minor league cricket to the homes of US residents and make it popular?
Yeah, because you know that the minor cricket is being played with the 24 teams. So participation of
Okay.
all over the USA is big. So the available talent will play the cricket. So it make a popular of the
And these
game.
24 teams are spread across the country, is it? In the
Yeah,
United
that's right.
States.
A
Yeah.
good opportunity for the current player of USA cricket mostly because
Yeah.
the minor cricket league based on the local players mostly.
Wow.
They
Okay.
have a professional one or two, but the mostly on the based on the player. So they got the opportunity to play cricket, and 24 teams are big numbers, and they
Absolutely.
divided in the four conferences. So first
Hmm.
thing is that to make the popular of the game in USA minor cricket league is will play the role, and they are very keen to organize this event successfully, and the cricket board is also you know that they attach with the ICC and so on. So it's only way to make popular in USA cricket. Organized cricket watch most of the people game, and even in a young player watch the game, so they become a raw talent, and then they can develop into the grassroots cricket. So they can only do that. First, they organize the big cricket on the top.
Okay. But what about when we talk about minor league cricket itself? Like, so how what according to you is a blueprint for such a event to be successful? Like, they will require funding, they'll probably require organized support, they'll require awareness among the masses. Does the minor league have all those things in place?
Yeah, that's you're right because you know that the ICC is full supporting the USA cricket,
Right.
and ACE, American
Okay.
Cricket Enterprise, is a big, huge enterprise bringing the money in cricket that is most important to organize any cricket events or even in sports event. We need a funds, so they will provide the funds. They are Indians-based company and helping the USA cricket. And beside this, the Willow TV network is
Hmm.
also a part of the USA cricket. So they all
Okay.
four they are promised to televise the matches and people will watch the game. So it will be popular in USA. So they all four are there and in one direction. So I hope that it will be successful, and it a little bit tough task, challenging
Hmm.
you because they have a numbers of teams, 24 teams, big for the cricket league.
Yeah, I mean, this is a fascinating concept. I mean, I just love the fact that they're actually having a conference style. They've modeled it on other successful leagues such as the NBA and the baseball league, and they are trying to implement that in cricket for the country. Let's hope it's successful. And I love the concept of Willow TV, like showing cricket all over showing all over USA. Because when I was staying in the US, I used to rely on Willow TV to stream to watch cricket matches happening all over the world. And it's good to see that US cricket is getting this funding from ACE. I mean, they're almost getting billions of dollars of funding. They're going to have a new T20 tournament. And most importantly, US cricket seem to have a long term plan and vision for the game, which was probably missing a few years back. But again, it comes back to the question of infrastructure. This is a big tournament, it's an ambitious tournament, right? But the question remains that they lack infrastructure. I remember that when I was in the US and when we used to go and play cricket on weekends, we could never find a ground to play cricket. And we would have to use baseball grounds and baseball pitches to play cricket, which was not fun. Let me tell you that honestly. You have worked with US cricket before. Tell us about your experiences about the state of the game there, especially in infrastructure terms.
Yes, you are right. Because the fact is that they have lacking the cricket infrastructure in USA, but few grounds are very good. I was attached with the Michigan Cricket Association. They organize the Diversity Cup, and
Okay.
number of teams are played in that tournament, and that is good tournament. But they played in the parks ground, don't have proper
Okay.
cricket
Okay.
infrastructure. But few grounds in Florida and one in some grounds in LA, cricket ground, especially cricket ground. But I've been one place that is Prairie View is near to the Houston, Texas. There
Okay.
is a really art of the states cricket stadium. They
Okay.
have already have eight cricket ground for the club level cricket, but they are developing a huge cricket stadium as well. So that sort of a cricket infrastructure we need in USA and other parts, other states. Once it will
Right.
be developed and it will be built, then you have a basic requirement of the infrastructures, and you can develop the cricket easily. But for the time being, it's difficult, and they are organizing this cricket league on the available infrastructures, which have few cricket grounds and few parks grounds. And I hope once they have successfully completed it, so they can organize the professional cricket as well once the cricket infrastructure of international level be ready to organize the top class matches.
Absolutely. I mean, I just love the pictures there of Prairie View. I mean, they have got. I saw there are 8 grounds and two of international standards. So that is really good to see, and we let's hope that they can replicate that across the country. And sir, when you were working in the
One
US,
one thing I tell you, the Tanvir Ahmed, who's already developed this infrastructures, Prairie View, and Mangesh Chaudhary is there to organize the cricket there in league
okay.
matches, and even the under 19 camp was there organized for the USA cricket.
Wow, that's amazing, and let's hope that they can show the way for the rest of the for the rest of the states in the country on how to implement a good cricketing program. But sir, when you were in the cricket, when you were working with US cricket, did you see the existence of any kind of raw talent over there?
Ah, yes, that is interesting. When I was working in Michigan Cricket Association, organizing a cricket coaching program for the coaches, one of the coach bring their young children of 9 years old. His name was Ayan Aman. So
Okay.
it was surprise for me to see such a good talent, raw talent, because he's a raw talent. Nobody
Hmm.
tell him how to play cricket, but he's showing all discipline perfectly. So
Okay.
we can have to identify the talent in USA. They have, but organize further. We have to organize cricket in different area, like schools and so on. So that was a great talent. It's as good as any test playing countries. So
Right.
we have to need identify and develop the cricket. So that's the program of the. That should be the responsibility of the sixth zone. What the USA cricket has, and their responsibility is to develop raw talent and grassroots cricket.
Absolutely. I mean, it's very interesting that you speak about the schools cricket system over there, and we'll get to that. That's going to be my next question. But before that, I still remember when I lived in the US. I went to Starbucks and I saw Americans going gaga over chai latte, and I was like, chai in the US? How did that happen? Then I saw that.
Yeah.
And then of course I saw that the Americans going to yoga classes over there.
Uh,
There are more Americans in yoga classes over there than Indians. And many of the teachers in the yoga centers were also Americans. So there are a lot of cultural products like chai, like yoga from South Asia that are now becoming assimilated with American culture. However, cricket is one thing that the Americans have totally given a miss. They steadfastly refuse to acknowledge that such a game can be successful. Now, how can any country develop a cricket structure if the locals do not play the game? I mean, you can't have a grassroots structure which is filled only with like expats or second generation American deshis or players from the Caribbean. It will never sustain. So, from a larger perspective, like what kind of infrastructure development is required so that the feeder system has local Americans playing over there and not only expats?
Yes, I second you because there are a few things to develop cricket in one of the infrastructures and raw talent, and that is more important to play locals play that game. So nowadays, the young Americans not playing this cricket because they are not watching that game. Once they are starting watching the game, even in the schools, by going in the classes, they, if the, somebody is playing cricket, they can watch it. So we
Right.
have to organize cricket in school first to develop a cricket infrastructure, and we, as we told earlier, there's a raw talent and a grassroots cricket. So this is as important as other things to organize cricket, USA cricket, and play locals players. It is difficult now because the local children's, American children's playing the watching the game only baseball, basketball, so they don't interest in the cricket. But once they start slowly, they have to they start slowly watching the game. But once they are watching the game, they develop that raw talent as well. That will really help to USA cricket once the young American children play cricket. That is the challenge for the zones they develop in their respective areas. Start with a few numbers and they can increase the cricket in school, and they can teach them as a subject as well in the
Absolutely.
classes. As an optional class, they can teach as subject. It can be happen. So they have to work hard, but they can develop cricket in USA because they have all in the same line and are working on a one page. And Indians are very busy to organize cricket in different area, and in the cricket board they are doing good job. Like
Yes.
Sushil is working very hard, and Atul Roy is not in the board now, but is working on the this minor cricket league. So they all are
Right.
busy. They are busy, and I'm sure by watching all these activities that cricket in USA can develop in a near future, and top player of outside the USA will like to come here because USA is a big country and sports is the number one profession here. And
Yeah.
once the infrastructure develop and they organize that professional league, everybody will come and like to play cricket, and that was the success of the USA cricket. That will be the success
Absolutely.
of USA cricket.
Absolutely, sir. Like, well, the British weren't able to popularize the game in the US, but maybe the Indians and Pakistanis will be successful. Well, I hope the cricket officials at USA Cricket are listening to these invaluable insights given by Mr. Jalaluddin. We wish all success to US Cricket for their new tournament, which is starting next month. Now we have really run out of time. Always a pleasure to talk to you, Jalaluddin, sir.
Thank you, Kaushik.
And on that note, I would like to thank our viewers for watching another episode of the Crease with Jalaluddin. Do click the bell icon to subscribe to our channel and do like and share our videos. Also follow us on our Instagram handle at the rate of the Crease. Keep the comments flowing. We would love to hear from you if where we could improve, whether you liked it or not, and if there are any topic that you would like us to cover. We'll see you soon in another episode. Thank you so much.